Hi there movie fans, and welcome to another edition of Movies and More. Now then, today we're getting our teeth into 28 years later, Bone Temple, the second of a proposed trilogy of new zombie movies from director Danny Boyle and writer Alex Garland, following last year's 28 years later. Was it the third in the series, since director and writer were together responsible for the original 28 Days Later in 2002, a film to which Bone Temple pays respect in setting up quite nicely the final movie in the franchise, expected in 2027. And it could also be regarded as the fourth in the series if we have to include the awful cash-in that was 28 weeks later in 2007, which significantly didn't involve Boyle and Garland. Bone Temple is largely a vehicle for the acting talents of Jack O'Connell, here playing Sir Jimmy Crystal, believing himself the son of Satan, old Nick, and the leader of a bunch of Droog-like disciples called the Jimmies, skinning alive what is left of humanity in post-apocalyptic UK. And Ralph Fiennes' kindly Dr. Ian Kelson, who maintains an ossuary or bone temple in honour of the now many dead, and who wishes to help zombies and one alpha male in particular, who he names Samson, return to a sentient human state. There is in effect very little zombie action, if that is your thing. Like The Walking Dead, it is other human beings you have to watch out for rather than any kind of zombie threat. Here, the Jimmies are nonchalantly adept at offing any zombie, or indeed human, in sight. And as I've said, Dr. Kelson befriends the only zombie worth significant screen time. In fact, what zombie rage there is ironically involves Samson being attacked by his own kind, indication perhaps that Kelson's medicine is beginning to work. No, this film focuses on O'Connell and Fiennes, and whereas I grew frustrated and ultimately uninterested in The Walking Dead's own tribal rivalries, as it moved away from what seemed anyway an over-egged zombie threat, given they moved slower than a tax rebate, the purpose and effect in Bone Temple is pitch perfect. Like James McAvoy in Speak No Evil, O'Connell, here doubling down on his satanic performance in Sinners, carries real dread and menace in each scene he's in, without ever hamming up his performance, which seems only to underscore his threat. And the fact that he leads a bunch of thugs a la Clockwork Orange, all dressed in shell suits and blonde wigs as creepy Jimmy Saviles, including the runaway Spike from and linked to the previous movie, is a touch of absolute genius. It is the belief that he's the son of Satan that chiefly brings Sir Jimmy and his gang into the orbit of Ralph Fiennes, who, with his skin red from iodine he takes to stave off the rage virus, does certainly look the part, which has fatal consequences for the Jimmies. Fiennes is a superb actor, capable of anger, drama and comedy, and all are present here, especially in the final reel as he locks horns with the Jimmies, unleashing fire and brimstone while cavorting to Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast, which alone was worth the admission ticket and which really should be seen on the big screen with the sound turned up to 11 to get the best experience. And what a finale! There is a vogue for 80s tracks in TV shows and movies, which has seen, say, interesting Kate Bush and Metallica revitalised by Stranger Things, and Bone Temple gives Number of the Beast similar reverential treatment in a production that should surely make even these hardened metal warriors, who are notoriously touchy about the use of their music lest they be ridiculed for it, justly proud. Awesome. In all, 8 out of 10, and raised hope and expectation that Boyle and Garland can find a fitting end to what is turning into a brilliant franchise. How's that? Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the review. If you'd like to comment below, we will respond. Otherwise, do please subscribe to our channel, and do look forward to our next edition of Movies and More coming soon.